Returning to my Coin Lady channel, I am pleased to see you again. In this video, we will discuss the current state of the cryptocurrency market. What time is it going to pump in the markets? Will there be a pump in the markets? That being said, is this the end? Will this be the last? Is the end of the world drawing near? Everyone, they achieved their goal. They were quite wealthy from cryptocurrency. This allows them to set it to zero now. No, I don't believe so. So, to cut to the chase, guess what? Unwind, let's just sit back. It's time to get started. Bitcoin is taking a lot of hits, and as a result, the market as a whole will likely follow Bitcoin's trajectory. It has lost around 5% in the last day, bringing the price down to $78,945. $8,945. Ethereum has lost 4.58% of its value in the last day as of the start of 1959. XRP's total market cap is $2.07, a decrease of 3.68%. It's actually displaying some green on this 90-day chart. I never imagined we'd be in this situation, everyone. Here we are, at $2.5 trillion, completely going bonkers. You were expecting this kind of thing, weren't you? This has been discussed on the channel. During the live streaming, we covered this ground. In the Patreon group, we discussed this. You have to be prepared for situations like this. Preparation was key. Absolutely nothing. All we can say is that the skies are clear, and that we are off. No matter what happens, we will never fall. The trend will be upwards. The common assumption is that it will double tap at the $2 level, triple tap at 4 or 5, 8, or 10 taps, and then go back up. People are merely attempting to embellish their stories. Here we are, at the end of the day, just going to talk about Wednesday, and 2 ways forward. This live coin watch screen is going to keep us occupied for a very long time. And going forward, I believe it's crucial that everyone is aware of the 2 possible directions these markets can go, the possible bottoms, and the data that will tell us where we're headed, whether that's in the short term, or the long term, to be honest with you. That leaves us with 3 Wednesdays. On Wednesday, a lot will happen. Just what makes Wednesday so special? So, what kind of news can we expect to hear on Wednesday? Hey, everyone. Price index. On Wednesday, we will receive the CPI figures. First, we need to discuss the perfect storm and the Fed's predicament in order to comprehend the dynamics of our market. The Federal Reserve has been under increasing political pressure to reverse its recent policy of historically low interest rates, most notably from Trump. You won't find this market cycle anywhere else. We have already discussed that. Many have speculated that this might be a super cycle, or an extended cycle. Based on current indicators, this 100% is not your typical cycle. December would have been the end of the cycle if it had been typical. XRP surged. XRP mining. The last markets are closed, and we are 90% down. This is a whole new market, and it's changing everything, particularly with the strategic Bitcoin reserve and the crypto altcoin stockpiling reserve. Here we are witnessing a real-time drama of enormous stakes that will have far-reaching consequences for the economy. A number of important market indications have recently emerged, including rising calls for interest rate cuts, worrying trends and measures related to the money supply, and disparities between the money supply indicators for the first and second quarters. Accordingly, how does that impact cryptocurrency? Given this, where does crypto stand? So, we're at a crossroads, with 2 highways leading us ahead, aren't we? An example, the economic downturn. Bitcoin might hit rock bottom around the $50,000 mark. Range. Yes, what you heard was accurate. $50,000 range, and it won't be a quick fall to 50,000, rather, it will be a lengthy, violent drag-out, and yes, it will bring the rest of the market down with it. Can you tell me what set off these 50,000 Bitcoin at rock bottom? The risk-off events and larger market corrections, of course. Very basic indicators include a slowing economy, volatile markets, and a precipitous decline in risk assets. Even more so now that Trump is in charge. I do not think we should continue down this road. Scenario 2 seems more likely to me. Scenario 2, what is it? Well, it's the road to progress, and I intend to follow it, especially now that Trump is president. It was in office, and I fear it will lead to a recession. We probably won't make it there. The $70,000 price range is where Bitcoin can find support. In the 70 to 75K, a 10,000 unit buffer zone is what I usually use. Accordingly, the real range for Bitcoin is between 65,000 and 75,000. For a recession to be avoided or successfully navigated, what is the catalyst? No one is in the dark about the global situation, not even Canadians or Americans. Let the world be your witness. We have all been through this together since they banned certain countries, and everyone knows why that happened. Now the entire world is hurting. People who can lead us down these winding paths and then emerge unscathed from the other side are essential. Would you happen to have any idea how to accomplish that? You stay out of the recession, I suppose. I think Trump is the only one who can handle it, and it's not even complicated. Which signs are most important? On Wednesday, basic institutional investments must begin to rise. Stronger economic signals and favorable consumer price index data are what we need. At this point, what exactly are we keeping an eye out for? We will keep an eye out for the release of CPI figures on Wednesday. Trends in the M1 and M2 money supply will be monitored. Institutional liquidity is going to be monitored. We are seeking that specific thing in this case. Will we enter a recession? That question will be answered on Wednesday by the Consumer Price Index, CPI, figures. Will Trump be able to steer the nation in the right path and save us from what would be a devastating recession? Or is Bitcoin on the verge of another 50% decline that would, indeed, affect all markets? Accordingly, how does that impact cryptocurrency? What does it imply for every coin? It's easy as pie. Bitcoin has hit rock bottom. As we mentioned before, we applied that buffer. By the time the CME gap we mentioned is completely filled, we can begin to climb back up, but in the meanwhile, we'd want a $10,000 buffer on Bitcoin, somewhere between 65 and 75. When will Bitcoin finally recover from its current crisis? As soon as we break back over 95,000. What does it imply for every coin? The entry of more institutional capital into these markets, the proliferation of exchange-traded funds, ETFs, the expansion of their utility, and any action taken by Trump regarding the crypto reserve basket for all points and Bitcoin in general could all lead to the coin's eventual run. Seeing my video is an honor. When you're done, hit that subscribe button and let me know what you think.